Hey guys, so today I'm just going to be making a video about how to make some dual caliper brackets for the back of your VN to VS live axle Commodore. So let's get started. First thing, you'll obviously have to pull the backing plates off of your diff, and you can pull all the handbrake stuff off as well, but I'm just left it on for this video because they're just some spare ones I had laying around. So what you want to do first of all is clean up the back surface on here. So just a light go with the flap disc, nothing too crazy. So once you've cleaned both of those up, just get all the crap off of them. This is where we'll actually sit them back to back, so this will get your layout for the new caliper location. So sit them on opposite sides obviously, so you got the overhang and overhang. So if you're wanting to retain your factory handbrake, this is where you would actually need to offset these slightly. So this is where this how-to won't work for that type, but that's where you'll be able to just clamp them together and weld your extra little tabs on the side, keeping in mind that's where your park brake cable mount will sit. So you just got to think about where you're going to be mounting your second caliper. But for this video and for what I do is just go 180 degrees opposite, like so, and then what that does is allows these little holes here so they actually line up, so that way you can simply bolt them together so they will stay still when you're trying to do stuff. So now they're bolted together, I just use little bolts, little M6 bolts that came out of the backing plate. So that's pretty easy, and you can just use your finger to make sure that it feels flush all the way around. So now you're up to this stage, you can start cutting out your little tabs to weld on for the calipers. So need some 5mm steel plate, and just cut out some little triangles like so. Need 4 of them. They don't have to be perfect at this stage, just enough to give you your general shape. So once you've got all your little triangles cut, you're going to want to clamp it into place like so. So this way you can put a couple tack welds on the edge and it stays straight and square. So they fit up just like that. Also you want to grind the paint off and the rust off where you're going to be welding, so you don't get any weld porosity. So yeah, they not a perfect fit, but that's okay because we'll weld up all that and clean up the outside shape afterwards. Once you've got those bits tacked on, you can split them back apart again, and what I do is grind out the join a bit with grinder just to give it a bit of a slight V, just so you get better weld penetration. So once you've done that on both of them, which I haven't done that one yet, you can fully weld both sides. Once they're both fully welded on both sides, you can grind off the weld on this back side, so that way you can bolt them back together and it still be nice and flush. And you just leave that front side for now until the very end. After you've grinded that side flush and bolted them both back together, you can start to see what we're working with here. So now once we're up to this step, we've got to get a 10.5mm drill bit, and we will drill out the holes from this side. So I put a clamp on here as well, just to be doubly sure that it's sitting in the right spot and doesn't move. Got all 4 holes drilled now. So now you can use the cut-off wheel on your grinder and cut these edges off so it matches the other one. So leave them bolted together and just use the original one as the guide for your shape. Both backing plates are cut now. So I've unbolted them, and now it's time to grind off the front side. So you can leave just a bit of weld on these top surfaces if you want, because the caliper won't actually hit that, just for a tiny bit of extra strength. But I haven't worried about it on my drift car, and it's been fine for the last 2 years, so I'll probably just grind the whole lot off. And also, if you're not planning to run the factory handbrake ever again, you can chop this guy off as well. Got them both ground down now. Just got to make sure you go easy on this side so you don't end up with any ripples or divots on the front, because that's the mounting surface for the caliper. So clean it up, give it a quick coat of paint, and looks pretty good. Both mounted up. And there you have it. That's all there is to it. Pretty straightforward, simple mod to do. Thanks for watching, guys. Any questions, just leave them in the comments. Cheers.